Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the lecture of discrete mathematical structure. Okay, I am audible. Okay. So in last lecture we have seen the negations of the compound statement. That is how to find out the negation of conjunction, disjunction, conditional statement, and biconditional statement. And after that we have seen how to find out the converse, inverse, and contrapositive of a statement. Sorry, converse, inverse, and contrapositive of a given conditional statement. That is, if we have given that P conditional Q, that is P, if P then Q, then we can easily find out its converse, inverse, and contrapositive. If P conditional Q will be the given statement, then its converse will be Q conditional P. Its inverse will be negation of P conditional Q, and its contrapositive will be Q conditional P. Conditional statement, and we have find out its converse, inverse, and contrapositive. Okay, now today we will take some examples for how to find out the negations of the compound statements. Okay, so write the negations of the following. Write the negations of the following statements. First one, 3 plus 3 is less than 5, or 5 plus 5 is equal to 9. Second statement, the number is neither odd nor a perfect square. The number is neither odd nor a perfect square. So these are the two statements, that is two compound statements, and we have to find out its negations. Okay, let us see its solution. Okay, so we will find out the first one, that is, let P statement is nothing but 3 plus 3 less than 5. Since here 1 and 2 are the compound statement. Compound statements means they are the combinations of simple statements. Therefore, we can write it as a P is nothing but 3 plus 3, which is less than 5, and Q is 5 plus 5, which is equal to 9. And here the logical connectivity or is used. So given statement is of the form P or Q. So given statement is P or Q. And now here we have given P or Q, means it is a disjunction, and we have to find out its negation. And negation of disjunction is nothing but negation of P and negation of Q, and its negation is, and its negation is negation of P and negation of Q. So that is negation of the statement P or Q is equal to negation of P and negation of Q. Okay. So therefore the negation of a given statement is the negation of a given statement is given statement is first write negation of P. Negation of P is nothing but, as here we have 3 plus 3 is less than 5, then its negation will be 3 plus 3 greater or equal by 5. Its negation is 3 plus 3 greater or equal by 5. And next we have to use the logical connective and negation of Q. Here Q is nothing but 5 plus 5, which is equal to 9. 9. Its negation is, it is not equal to 9, and 5 plus 5 is not equal to 9. So the negation of the given statement 3 plus 3 less than 5 or 5 plus 5 equal to 9 is 3 plus 3 greater or equal by 5 and 5 plus 5 not equal to 9. Similarly, for second example, let us take P as the number is odd. The number is odd, and Q as the number is perfect square. The number is perfect square. Okay. So we can write a given statement in a simpler form as given statement can be written as given statement can be written as the number is not odd and not perfect square, and not perfect square. Okay, so our given statement will be the number is neither odd nor a perfect square, and here we have make it in, we can write this statement in a simpler form as the number is not odd and not perfect square. Both the statement have same meaning. Now here we have used the logical connectivity and. Okay, so given statement is here statement is nothing but the number is not odd, but P is nothing but the number is odd. Statement P is nothing but the number is odd, therefore its negation will be the number is not odd, therefore it is negation of P. Logical connectivity and will be used, and the number is perfect square is a statement Q, but here the number is not perfect square, means it is negation of Q. So the given statement is of the form negation of P and a negation of Q. Now we have to find out its negation. This will be our given statement. Now we have to write its negation. So its negation is negation of P and negation of Q. And we know that how to find out the negation of P and Q. Since if we have P and Q are the two statements, then negation of P and Q is nothing but negation of P or negation of Q. So here this one is nothing but negation of P or negation of Q. But we know that the negation of a negation of given statement will be the original statement. So negation of P is P itself, or and negation of Q is again Q itself. So the negation of given statement will be P or Q. So we can write it as the negation of a given statement is the number, since P is nothing but the number is odd, so the number is odd. Connective will be odd, number is odd, or the number will be perfect square. That is perfect square. So if we have a compound statement, the number is neither odd nor a perfect square, then its negation will be the number is odd or a perfect square. So in this way, we can find out the negation of a given compound statements. Okay. Any doubt? Okay. Now there are some properties of these statements. Okay. That is we called algebra of a statement. Okay. Now the algebra of a statements. Algebra of statements. First property, idempotent law. Okay, so there are some properties. Idempotent law, and it is nothing but P and P equal to P and P or P equal to P. Okay, such a law is called as such. If any P will be given statement, it holds these two conditions, that is P and P will be equal to P and P or P will be equal to P, then the corresponding property is called as idempotent property. So this will be the first one. Second one, commutative law. Commutative law. In that, P or Q is equivalent to Q or P, and P and Q is equal to or equivalent to Q or Q and P. Okay, so any law which holds these two conditions, then that law is called as a commutative law. Third one, associative law. Associative law. If P, Q, and R are the three statements which holds these conditions, that is P or Q or R is equal to P or Q or R, and which is equal to P or Q or R, and P and Q and R is equivalent to P and Q and R, and which is equivalent to P and Q and R, is called the associative law. If P, Q, and R three statements which holds these conditions, then we see that the corresponding statements hold the associative law. Now fourth one, distributive law. Distributive law. Again, if PQR are any three statements which hold these conditions, that is P or P and Q or R, Q or sorry, Q or R, Q or R equal to P and Q or P and R, and also P or Q and R equal to P or Q and P or R. Okay, so PQ and R are the three statements which holds these two conditions. Then the corresponding statements are said to hold the distributive law. Now fifth one will be a De Morgan's law. Fifth one, E Morgan's law. If P and Q are two statements which hold these two conditions, that is P or Q is equal to negation of P and negation of Q, and negation of P and Q equal to negation of P or negation of Q. Such if PQ are any two statements which holds these conditions, then then P and Q are said to hold the De Morgan's law. Or if P and Q, we have given two statements P and Q, and if negation of, we have to find out the negation of P or Q, then we can find out by this way, that is negation of P or Q is nothing but negation of P and negation of Q. Now sixth one will be identity law. Identity law, and in that one P and any true, it means if P is any statement and T will be a true statement, then P and T is always P, and P and false is always false. P or false is always P, and finally P or T is always T. So it is called a identity law. Seventh one, complement law. Complement law. Here we have to find out the complement, means if P be given statement, then we have to find out its negation, and from that we have to find out P and negation of P and P or negation of P. Let us see. P will be a given statement, then P and negation of P is equal to always false, and P or negation of P is always true. So this will be a complement law. Now, eighth one, absorption law. Okay, absorption law. In that, if P or P and Q is equal to P and P or Q is equivalent to P, then we say that the corresponding P statements P and Q hold the absorption law. Now, ninth one will be a conditional law. Ninth one, conditional law, and it is nothing but conditional. If P and Q are two statements, then it is denoted by P conditional Q, and it says that P conditional Q is equivalent to negation of P or Q. And finally, 10th one will be a biconditional law. Biconditional law. And this is nothing but P biconditional Q is equivalent to P conditional Q and Q conditional P, and again it is equivalent to negation of P or Q and negation of Q or negation of P. So these are the 10 properties of a statement, that is compound statement. That is, if we have two statements P and Q, or PQ are any three statements which hold these conditions, then we say that any, if it holds the property of conditional law, then it is closed under this property. If it holds the closure property, then it is, sorry, associative property, then it is closed under association. Okay, so in this way we can check, and these laws are used to solve the problems. That is, these laws are play an important role in solving the problems. So we will see some examples depending on these laws. Now, first, let us see how to write the negation of a statement pattern. Example. Write the negations of the following. Write the negations of the following statements. Of the following. First one. P or Q and Q or negation of R. Okay. Now, see how to write its negation. So our given statement pattern will be P or Q and Q or negation of R. And we know that negation of, if suppose there is a disjunction statement P disjunction Q, then its negation is denoted by this symbol, that is negation of P or Q. Okay, so this will be a total our given statement, then its negation will be negation of this total statement P or Q and Q or negation of R. Now its negation. Let us consider this total as a statement P and this total as a statement Q. And if P and Q are two statements, then negation of P and Q is nothing but the negation of P or negation of Q. Then by that law, this one is nothing but negation of P. Negation of P here nothing but P or Q. Or negation of second one, which is Q or negation of R. Which is which law from? It is from De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law. Since De Morgan's law says that if P and Q are two statements, then negation of P and Q is nothing but the negation of P or negation of Q. So that by this one, this will be P and this will be Q, then its negation will be negation of this one or negation of this one. Again, we have to use the De Morgan's law. By De Morgan's law, negation of P or Q is nothing but negation of P and negation of Q. Negation of P and negation of Q. This or as it is, and negation of Q or negation of R is nothing but negation of Q and negation of R. Negation of negation is original statement, that is R. So here this one is nothing but negation of Q and negation of P or negation of Q and R. So this can be written as. Now we have to use the distributive law. Here we have used the commutative property. Commutative law. Okay. Now this can be written as negation of Q or negation of P. Sorry, negation of Q and negation of P or R. So by distributive law, it is nothing but negation of Q and a negation of P or negation of Q and R. So which is from distributive. Okay. So in this way, we can find out the negations of the given statements. That is statement patterns. Okay. Now second statement will be second statement. We have to find out the negation of P and Q or R. Sorry, P and Q or R. So its negation will be C. Its negation will be denoted by this symbol P and Q or R. Again, we have to use the De Morgan's law. By De Morgan's law, it is nothing but negation of P or negation of Q or R, which is nothing but, which is by De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law. Now it is equal to negation of P as it is, or again negation of Q or R is nothing but negation of Q and a negation of R. So that will be the negation of a given statement. Here also we have used the same property, that is De Morgan's law. Now third one, negation of P and Q or P and negation of Q. We have to find out its negation. So take negation of this one, negation of P and Q, or P and negation of Q. Just write De Morgan's law. By this one, by De Morgan's law, we can write it as negation of first statement, negation of P and Q, or then it becomes and its negation P and negation of Q, which is from De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law. Again apply the De Morgan's law on the these two statements. So negation of P and Q is nothing but negation of P, which is P itself. So it is nothing but P and becomes R, and negation of Q and negation of P as it is, and it is negation of Q or negation Q itself. So this will be the negation of a given state. Now last one, fourth will be negation of P and Q. Sorry, we have to find out the negation. P and Q conditional negation of P or R, and we have to find out its negation. So take its negation, negation of P and Q conditional negation of P or R. Okay, so it's negation, and we know that if P conditional Q will be a compound statement, then its negation will be P and negation of Q. So here take this one as P and this one as Q. So its negation will be P. Here P is P and Q and negation of Q. So negation of the second one, negation of P or R, and which is from this one statement, negation of P conditional Q is nothing but P and negation of Q. So we have just used this one. So it is nothing but P and Q as it is, and negation of P, which is P, and here or, then it becomes and a negation of R. So actually it is nothing but P and Q and P and a negation of R. But we know that P and P is nothing but P itself, which is from the idempotent law. So here P and Q and negation of R. Since P and P equal to P. So in this way we can find out the negations of the given compound statements. Okay. Now let us see one example in which we will prove the statement pattern without using the truth tables. So take, without using the truth table, without using the truth table, prove that first one, P biconditional Q is equivalent to negation of P and negation of Q and negation of Q and negation of P. First one. Second one, negation of P or Q or negation of P and Q is equivalent to negation of P. And lastly, negation of P and Q is equivalent to P or Q and negation of P. So we have to prove these three statements by using, without using the truth table, that is by using the previous properties, that is idempotent, absorption, whatever it will be. Okay, so we have to use any property among these 10 properties and prove this one. So we will solve, we will start from the first one, solution. Now first one, consider P and P by conditional Q and by 10th property, that is by conditional law. P by conditional Q can be written as negation of P or Q and negation of Q or P, which is by conditional law, which is the 10th one, conditional law. Okay, so it can be written as negation of P or Q can be written as negation of P and negation of Q, and this can be written as negation of Q and negation of. Okay, since negation of P and negation of Q is nothing but negation of P or Q, since negation of Q is nothing but Q itself, so it is nothing but negation of P or negation of Q. So this can be written in this way, and as it is, negation of Q or P can be written as negation of Q and negation of P, and which is nothing but negation of Q, and as here there is a and, therefore its negation will be or, and negation of P, which is P. So which is from De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law. Now check, P by conditional Q is nothing but negation of P and negation of Q and a negation of Q and a negation of P, and that is equal to this one. So first one will be true. Now second one, consider negation of P or Q or negation of P and Q, and which is equivalent. Negation of P and P or Q is nothing but negation of P and a negation of Q, which is from De Morgan's law, or as it is, and which is nothing but negation of P and Q, which is from De Morgan's law. Just we have used the De Morgan's law. Now it can be written as negation of P and negation of Q, or since it is from distributive law, by distributive law. Since negation of P and negation of Q or Q is nothing but negation of P and negation of Q, or negation of P and Q. Now negation of P as it is, negation of Q or Q. If P will be given statement, then P or negation of P is nothing but always true. So which is negation of P or T, which is by complement law. Complement. And lastly, negation of P and T, which is nothing but negation of P, which is by identity law. Since if P will be any given statement and T be a truth value T, then negation P and T is nothing but P itself. Therefore, as here negation of P, then it is negation of P. Now last one, which is nothing but consider P or Q and negation of P. It can be written as P or Q by using commutative law. This will be considered P, this will be considered Q. Then P and Q is nothing but Q and P. Therefore, it is negation of P and P or Q, which is by commutative law. Now, which is nothing but just write by distributive law, negation of P and P or negation of P and Q, which is by distributive law. Okay, so which is nothing. Negation of P and P by complement law. Negation of P and P is nothing but false, or negation of P and Q by complement law. Now, if F is a false and P will be any statement, then F or P is always P. So by this one, negation of P, and the law is nothing but identity law. Okay, so in this way we can check whether the given statement patterns are equal by without using the truth tables. Okay, up to now, any doubt? Okay, so here our this chapter will be completed, which is a mathematical logic. ओके, छोटासा युनिट आहे. एमसीक्यू 2-4 एमसीक्यू तर यातले तुम्हाला नक्की एक्झामला पडतील. इझी इझी असतील ते. 10-10 प्रॉपर्टी लक्षात ठेवा, त्यातले काहीतरी काही विचारतीलच नक्की. परत कंजंक्शन, डिसजंक्शन, टॉटोलॉजी, कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन यातून काहीतरी असेल. इझी इझी क्वेश्चन असतील तुम्हाला एमसीक्यूला. ठीक आहे. ओके, एक छोटस पॉइंट आहे जो की सुरुवातीला याच्यामध्ये होता. ग्राफ थेरी नंतर होता एक छोटस लॅटिस म्हणून. तुम्हाला मी त्याचे नोट्स दिलेत. ते पॉइंट घ्यायची गरज आहे का? तुम्ही वाचून समजून घेऊ शकता.